Good morning, everybody, and welcome to a holiday and farewell live stream to 2021. Almost said 2022 right there. Welcome, everybody. A quick note, happy birthday, Ted, since Cass seems to think it's, acceptable that I'm mean to you on your birthday, waking up to, like, Rod Jeremy in a thong or something. I don't know. Anyways, back on track here. We're at Lorville. We're in Star Citizen, and hopefully we're going to do some Jumptown shenanigans here. But first, I need to unload my MSR, just for financial reasons, which I wanted to say welcome, Void, who made the point earlier he loves that it's named Catch You All Next Time, which is both a pun on the fact that it's the MSR, and that's how I end all of my streams. So, welcome to Lisa and Dank Nation, Fred, Luigi as always, good to see you, buddy. See Kyle and VRK. So, to everybody in the chat, welcome. I hope you all had a fantastic Christmas and all of the other holidays. Like I said, we got to sell things and then we're going to get going here. So, unlike most of our Star Citizen streams, not only are we already in the game, because I clicked join the verse like 20 minutes ago, but also just, we got kind of a plan because it's 316 and Jumptown was dropped in. Plenty to talk about. I always start in Lorville. Lorville is one of the best places to start, in my opinion, Dan. I know it was Xena who said that, and not Dan, but good morning to you as well. Oh yeah, sell. See, this is what we gotta, sell all that for a nice little profit. JDP, DD, hey buddy. Glad to see you back in here. 54. Oof, 329. Getting up there. Working our way up. There's other ways to do it, but I chose to do it this way. Like old times. Because really, I think that's the big story this morning with 316 is it's... Okay, well, I don't want to jinx it, but y'all know what I'm trying to say. It's like a table that has 4 legs instead of 2. Steven, I've been on the Discord a good part of this morning, so I also kind of just woke up. Total admission there. And I just missed the train. Hi, Frap. Glad to see you here as well. All right. Where was I? Oh, yes. I got a couple of things to talk about today, too. Couple things that almost were videos. We were working on them. How did I hurt myself jumping? I do that jump all the time. All the time. So, other fun things to know. I moved my office into the basement because now I have sim pit space for days. However, unlike the original plan to do so, it's not finished yet. So, y'all might hear some footsteps and y'all might hear a furnace. So, don't hate. All right. So, as Frap's asking, kind of the get-go here, is 316 worth it? 316's been fantastic, and I think it's actually really, really interesting because CIG basically admitted that they pulled a lot of stuff from 316. They basically just dropped Jumptown and a ship that we'll get to into the game because it was running so well, things were going great, and they didn't want to leave for their annual vacation. For those who don't know, CIG takes off basically January. So, they didn't want to introduce a whole lot of bugs and stuff because 315 was so stable. And so they just did those things and dropped it in. And I actually really want to say to CIG, who's certainly not listening, thank you. That was great because, you know, it's really nice to have such stability, and it's been a lot of fun. And in fact, on the topic of stability, because Sam's asking, was that mining or trading? That's all trading, and that also includes losing a few loads here or there. So, you know, and like that's one of the things that's kind of back, but it's kind of gone. Is I've been less afraid of the servers when we're jumping in. Not so much. Oh yeah, Luigi, don't you worry. We're gonna try to Jumptown here if we get the chance, which I think it's active. We gotta look for the mission, but had to do a handful of things first, including we're just gonna go up to the orbital. So, stability wise, staying on track. Not good at that here, these morning streams. Or any of the streams, probably. So, you know, I really appreciate that CIG did that, because CIG giving us stability like this and then heading out is really nice. And I haven't been afraid of the servers crashing on me as much. Not to say that that doesn't still happen, but it's been stable enough. Oh, I said it. Now we're doomed. That I've felt confident trading again, and there have been a lot more people in the verse. Probably Jumptown 2.0, probably the holidays, but also I think just the stability being there. And so, despite the fact I'm not afraid of the hangar, I've had to deal with a lot more people looking to jump cargo runners, and it's been fun, especially when you put your whole wallet into the ship, because you really, really feel it, right? Like, you get that like rush. No, we're not taking calls while we're live streaming. Ah. Oof. Yeah, Kyle, that sounds horrible. Oh, yeah. Let's get rolling here. So, exactly. I think I'm on your server, Luigi. I hope I am in this case. So yeah. So all in all, 316 and 315 have both been fantastic. In a lot of ways, it kind of feels like it used to, and some of the best patches we ever had. And I've been loving it. It's been great. What's also been great is it's really been easy lately to kind of jump in with your friends and just really do things. So, awesome sauce in that regard. Other things worth mentioning. I love now, almost, that you can get into ships and it saves the state they were in. There's a handful of ships that's a problem because it seems to keep them in their like flight ready mode. I always turn the engines off, but every now and then you go out to a hangar and your ship's like trying to take off because the engines were on or something. All right. We've got to talk about a couple things, though. The Ion being the first one. Don't you worry, we'll get to that Drake ship if you're waiting. But I wanted to talk a little bit about something that that's been going on and talks about CIG. Well, they're not here. Haha. That's actually not true. It's more of just a... I was actually producing this video to talk about the Ion, but also to really talk about CIG listening. Sam, I will get to your question in a minute, sir. But I didn't want to end 2020 on a rant. But one of the things I did want to make, in a sense, kind of abundantly clear and make sure people knew was that CIG does listen, right? They listen to the complaining. And anyone who doesn't think that's true probably didn't play when we had hover mode, which I loved. But most of you didn't, and CIG quickly took it out. Oh, shut up. Go away. This is really annoying. I gotta wait for that. Alright. Oh, man, you guys are like... I'm trying to do a rant here, and you guys are just hitting me with questions this morning. So yeah, as I was saying, you know, CIG listens. The catch is CIG doesn't always approach that the way they probably should. And what I mean in that regard is the IM was sold as a space sniper. Big gun, big engines, y'all know the deal, right? And I'm not trying to rehash and come out on the side of the Ion, even though I have one. But I didn't go with the Ion for the reason that it was this like super accurate space sniper, actually, and we'll get to that too. The rationale, though, here is we got to be careful what we ask for, right? Because... Oh, didn't mean to do that too. Oh well. But the catch, and my rant, if you will, is that we need to be very careful about what we choose to complain about and what we choose to push CAG to change, right? Because the Ion getting nerfed in itself's not a big deal. But we should also remember that the Ares are the first size 7 guns in the game that we can have. And yeah, they're powerful. They're gonna beat stuff up, and that can be frustrating. Why are we jumping? Every time, man. Every time. And you guys seen it right here. Trying to focus. Maybe I should just stand in the lobby for my quick rant so we can just get it over with. But we also want to try to get to Jumptown here. The challenges. So much better recorded. Anyways, so CIG listens, check. Size 7 guns in the game, check. Community mad at size 7 guns because they're really good and they're wrecking fighters. Check. Okay, but here's the catch, right? Like, what else has size 7 guns? Well, the Perseus has size 7 guns. And I'm going to make a point here and say that the catch here is that the Ares puts size 7 guns into the affordable category. Now, don't get me wrong, $300 is a lot of money, and it's ridiculous. But I guess what I'm trying to point out in that is it's an affordable variant. Yeah, we doing this. With a size 7 gun. And the Perseus has size 7 guns. A lot of bigger things will have size 7 guns. And the thing is that a lot of those quote-unquote bigger things are far more expensive and have to be balanced against other large ships. And so you're thinking, okay, but what's the big deal? Well, here's the big deal, right? CIG is not going to nerf those the same way. In part because they'll be different to use. They're multi-crew. They're big. And like I said, they kind of have to be balanced in that larger tier rather than the, like, light fighter tier, if you will. So what's going to happen? Well, what's going to happen is they're going to nerf the Ion and the Ares because people were upset that their arrow couldn't survive long against it when they jousted. And the Perseus won't get nerfed in the same way. And what you've effectively created is the thing I think most backers are most concerned about. Pay to win. But whose fault is that? Because CIG gave us size 7 guns on something smaller and less expensive. And we complained that it was too good and demanded they nerf it. So whose fault would that be? Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that that's specifically what happened. But it's a point that we have to remember as backers when we clamor for reform. Yes, Total War reference. Again, the sort of issue that I want people to understand, right, is that the Ion, I PvP'd quite a bit in it. I died quite a bit in it. And I killed only a handful of things in it. And I'm going to admit to you right now, I have not flown this ship in this patch, apparently. I am not a great fighter pilot in Star Citizen by any means. I'm pretty average. I managed to kill a few people with it and a number of PvE bounties, which I thought would be easier. But I actually switched in combat to the Inferno when I had it on rental because I actually like how the Inferno hits better. And the reason I have the Ion and not the Inferno, I hate ammunitioned weapons for stuff like that. Because, like, we're going to go to Jumptown and we might go fight and we'll run out of ammo and now we got to go back versus just recharging. So, again, that's kind of the caveat to that, right? Like, but the Ion is good at one thing. It's the undisputed champion of one thing. Jousting. It's really easy to not die to an Ion by jinking. A slight keystroke, up, down, left, right, and it's going to miss. Every single time. So if you're regularly dying to an Ion, it's probably because you're really bad at defensive flying. And you're jousting against the best jousting ship in the game. I would liken this to going up against Tom Brady in a football throwing contest. I'm going to lose every single time. So the key to that is don't challenge Tom Brady to a football throwing contest. Challenge Tom Brady to a dogfight in Star Citizen and an Ion. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. So, like I said, that's kind of the rant there, and I wanted to cover that in the Ion. Like, yes, I don't think they should have nerfed it the way they did. I'm unhappy about that because it was marketed as a sniper, and now it's not, right? And that's why a lot of people bought it. You are clear to launch. So No. It's been a minute since I've done this. It's annoying, too, that some of that stuff all reset after I did it all. Really annoying. Anyways, back to what we're saying. So, like I said, I was going to make that video, and I decided I did not want to end 2020 on a sour note. Right, on a rant. So, having said that, the moral of that story is just simply be careful what we complain about, fellow backers. Because there's plenty of things that we might not like the bombing mode in said bomber. But the big ships are coming. And we're going to need the Ion and the Ares. And I had a great time, too, doing some PvP. We went up against a hammerhead, 3 of us in Ares. And there was a gladius and a hammerhead. And this is the sort of stuff that makes Star Citizen awesome. Shifting gears here. Because the hammerhead, fully crewed, knew that as long as the gladius was there, we couldn't defeat him. And the gladius understood that alone we would tear him up. But the moment we stopped focusing on the gladius and went after the hammerhead, the gladius would eat us for lunch. And it turned into a very interesting stalemate. That's the sort of cool stuff in Star Citizen that works, and it kind of goes hand in hand with what I was just saying. Star Citizen tends to be very rock, paper, scissors in a lot of ways. Just there's a lot more rock, paper, scissors, anvil, crimper, hammer, screwdriver, credit card, right? There's a lot of different, there's more than just 3 choices that blend them, and when you get the right combinations, you get fascinating things that take place. And the worst thing that could possibly happen to this game is we lose that, and it really just does become rock, paper, scissors. And then it's going to be really boring. Just look at the way Wargaming is trying to spice up the gameplay in World of Warships, which at one time was incredibly vibrant and was incredibly fun. And then it turned into cross-the-map sniping, and then submarines and carriers and all that stuff. So, anyways, rant over. Let's talk about the other thing that everyone else has been ranting about that I'm not. The Cutlass Steel. So, I'll start off by saying I'm not a major Drake fanboy. How do I put this? Like, Drake is fantastic. I still defend that the Cutty Black is one of the best ships you can own in the game. I just personally don't like exposed beams. I don't like playing in a spaceship that looks like, well, my office does now. Exposed beams, wires dangling from the ceiling. You know, gotta wear a sweatshirt kind of stuff. My computer runs amazing down here, though. That's the thing. Oh, the cold air. My GPU has never worked better. So, people are so incredibly mad about the Cutlass Steel. And to me, there's 2 sides of this coin. The first of it is, I'm not really bugged by how expensive the Cutlass Steel is, because I had 0 intention of actually buying one, right? Like, they're like, oh yeah, it's gonna be a dropship. I've owned every dropship in this game. They're useless. So, cool. I mean, I could make this a dropship. The Cutlass Steel holds half the server population. So you're gonna tell me you're gonna get half of the server on your one little ship with a size 1 shield? How's that going to work out for you? You'd be better off taking 2 Cutty Blacks with 2 Cyclone MTs. The Cutty Black has jump seats, if you forgot. Now you've divided some of that into 2 ships, and you're taking some Cyclone MTs, which are going to roll a little more face on the ground. And the thing is that you watch the commercial, right, for the Cutlass Steel, and you're like, oh man, you know, if only they could have played Flight of the Valkyrie without a copyright issue. Who knows? They probably wasted their budget, because I actually think that if you can find someone who's played it that's willing to, you could get away with it. And you know, like, I don't know. Like, yeah, the door gunners, all that's cool, but you understand a single Redeemer could have done the exact same thing. Circle around the bunker, wasting everything. I mean, I'll tell you stories of Jumptown. I remember jumping in with the Dark Peak gang back in the day, and I took my Avenger, because it was the best fighter I had at the time. And we decided to go just Jumptown. And understand the Dark Peak crew typically likes to keep things open for business, as it were, right? But we decided this time, because we had 30K'd out or something, I can't remember now, but we were like, yeah, we're just going to straight up Jumptown. If it's there, it dies. And so that's exactly what we did. And I'm in my Avenger circling the bunker because there was a guy, when he blew up his ship, he was inside, and he ran under Jumptown. And so he's trying to hide behind the pillars as I'm using that big-ass gun. Yeah, he didn't last very long. That was a lot of fun, though. Not going to lie about that. I guess we'll jump out to Daymar. I had different plans, but we'll just do it this way. So, you know, like that's kind of the thing, right? Like, you don't need 2 size 1 guns on a sliding open door to do what they showed in the trailer. The Cutlass Steel doesn't do anything. Now, on top of this, remember, CIG just floated us an awful lot of LTI tokens, new ships, all that good stuff. Really, it would be on the other side. I was trying to go kick it at Olisar, but I guess I'll just wait here. Let's go check our contracts. So, as I was saying, I'm not put off by the steel being expensive because I didn't care about it at all. I'm not going to lie, that's very tempting. We're in the wrong ship, though. Oh, I can't remember. Which one of these? I'll yell in the chat, because I'm not all awake this morning. Would you please tell me where I should be looking for this Jumptown one? Because I will admit, actually, the 2 times I've done the new Jumptown, it got shared with me. I hear chirping. That can't be good. Oh, that's why. I was like, priority. Thank you. Thank you. You can see how awake I am today. Confiscate. Raven's Roost. Is this it? Probably not. Okay. Thank you guys for letting me know about the priority tab thing. See, I'm a great YouTuber. I totally play the game. I promise I do. I know it only happens during time of rules. There were people in chat talking about it. That's why I was pretty sure it was jumping off. All right. Well, then let's go make some coin. Just really do not want to do it in this ship. So, I guess what's going to be a fantastically terrible decision is we'll jump. Wait, that is it? Unbelievable.
This is an MT Protection Services agent checking in. You should have received a brief outlining the job, but...
It certainly is. Sorry, have to, Yeah, I know it's other locations. I was under the impression they still just always called it.
Now, although it's automated, there's a chance you might run into hostiles. Please plan accordingly.
We on like Donkey Kong. All right. I gotta remember how to drop bombs in this thing, too. It's been a minute. Anyways, so as I was saying, right, Cutlass Steel, it's a joke of a ship. And so the amount of rage leveled at the fact that they put incredible expense on it, like, I feel you. It's a ridiculous price for it, but it does have the quote-unquote dropship price and the combat, or dropship and combat taxes applied. For those that don't know, CIG has a old habit of applying quote-unquote taxes to things, which is why all the alien ships are expensive, because there's an alien ship tax. Combat ships are more expensive, combat tax, and there is, for some reason, a dropship tax. The Cutty Black is already a dropship. It's a fantastic dropship. It just doesn't have the door guns. But you have a turret, so it's just as effective as like a Huey was. Anyways, point being, it's not worth getting in a rage over. Like, whoop-de-doo-dah, it's a terrible ship. Don't, it's almost like CIG said, hey guys, look, we're throwing out a new concept. Don't buy it. It's bad. Don't buy it. It's bad. Honestly, it's probably more a ship that's going to be used by NPCs for stuff. But just in case, they wanted to let you have it. But what the Cutlass Steel represents to me is actually incredibly good news. Because honestly, it probably took someone about 25 minutes to make the Cutlass Steel. The Cutlass Steel is a Cutty Black where 2 door guns were added and the turret was adjusted. Seemingly not a lot of work. And to the ship team that put the Cutlass Steel together, look, I don't mean any disrespect when I say that, but actually, it's very important that it was that short, because what I've found, right, remember a year ago, so long ago, the Polaris was on the roadmap for about now. Release time, now. And it stayed that way for a little while. And then it came off. But then at CitizenCon, we got the admission from CIG. The Polaris is actually, or it wasn't CitizenCon, it was one of the ISCs. The Polaris is done. They're trying really hard now not to put ships into the verse that are not that the verse isn't ready for, right? Like, the whole series are almost done. Odds are some of the larger whole series are probably closer to done, and they're not putting them in because if you dropped a whole E into the verse, you would literally erase everything that comes in a tick. You could bring the economy to a standstill. So what's interesting about that is, of course, there's nothing on the Polaris that's not already in game. But clearly they felt probably that its combat prowess is too good, or it's got a feature that we don't know about. Now, they did say they're going back to redo the hangar on it, so I guess it's no longer done. But it was done, is the key story here. And let's look at all the ships we got, because 2021 was a fantastic year for ships, right? I mean, look at all the ships we got this year. That team, the ship team, was incredibly busy this year, and the Cutlass Steel reflects that, because CIG always puts out a concept in December for the Luminalia sale, and it looks like they've been incredibly busy, and so they took 25 minutes to throw that thing together. Maybe just throwing that out there like that. And if that's the case, as much as we don't want it to be, it's a good thing, because it means that CIG has been busting it to get the ships we actually really want in the game and into the verse. So that's kind of my take on that. I'm going to mute myself real quick because my coffee's getting cold. I'm really in need of coffee. So yeah, the rear turret, that was a thing to talk about since... which one of you was it? Al, or AI. Not sure which it is. It's talking about the... Can I grab the cargo? I mean, I've got plans for Jumptown in this thing, but, yeah. I don't have any cargo on me. If we get the chance, though, I'm down to jump some drugs, too. So, back to kind of what I was getting at, right? The rear turret. So, the Cutlass is... The Cutlass Black already has... Hold on. Y'all didn't want to hear that, I promise. So, I don't know who got it for him. Santa brought my son a fantastic gift this year. Poop bingo. Anyways, rear turret, Cutlass Black. So the Cutlass Black already has a rear turret. People don't remember it because it's a feature that we don't have in the game yet that they've said we're going to be getting very soon. And that feature is the tractor beam. So I don't think the other Cutlasses are getting a rear turret. It just doesn't make sense. Oh, is that from? Gotcha, okay. See, when people have different names for YouTube versus like in-game as I know you or on Discord, it gets really confusing. So, and looking forward to the Pegasus. Yeah, that could be really interesting. Right, Gian. And the Nautilus is a ship that I make a ton of fun of. I also secretly, maybe not so secretly because I'm saying it here, but really want one. And the Nautilus, I think, is going to be a ship that we'll see how Space Mines come out, but it's probably going to be pretty awesome. Okay, quick chat thing because I can't remember. How do I bring up the bomb mode in this baby? Because we go into 11. Maybe I'll wait for Binky to get here. Binkley. Yeah, we're going to do that. So, Perseus, Polaris, and the Pegasus, which will probably roll face on them all. I'm excited for them to come in, and I can't wait for them to do it. Sometimes they let you jump to these things. I guess not. Thanks, Fred. Oh, man. So, anyhows, yes. Yes, that's right. It is middle mouse. Why? Oh, I know why. Because I have other things mapped that aren't, that used to be the middle mouse button, and that's kind of why. Yes, Poseidon. Glad you're jumping in the party too here. Let's go have some fun. And, yep, the Cutlass Purple. It's going to be fun. I have to be in gravity to jump? We are. We can already jump to everything that's... I'm probably going to regret doing this.
Quantum travel engaged. Quantum travel complete.
Oh, well, I know I have to be in gravity to drop bombs. But yeah, it's a utility mount on the other Cutlasses. It's the tractor beam mount. So.
Contact.
Yes. I mean, we probably are going to die doing this too. I just want to be clear about that. But my fighter escort will hopefully be here any moment. The Cutlass Yellow. The ship made exclusively to get away. I love it. That's fantastic. All right. But yeah. So again, those are my take. The Ion, the Cutlass Steel. Those were potential videos that were going to come out, and I just, like I said, wanted to kind of cover that. So we're en route. This is always one of those funny things. And this, again, goes to the credit to what I opened with, right? Star Citizen lately has been a lot of fun because, in part, it's been very playable. And I've been playing with so many other people that I've never had to actually do the Jumptown thing. Like I said, I've done it like twice by myself. So I've never had to go find it or sort it out. So I am playing Fight of the Valkyries. I just can't play it on stream because, you know, rules. My super awesome scanners are working out so well right now. I know I'm radar locked. If one of the dudes in my party wants to, like, hopefully cover my butt here, that'd be awesome. So, stop. Right. There's ways to reduce it with CCU chaining, but I think the bigger question really boils down to why, right? Like, it's not a good ship. There's absolutely no reason to own it, because if you're going to spend that kind of money to get a drop ship, you're really close to a handful of other drop ships. I like the Cutlass Rainbow, but I have a feeling I'll hum it here in a second. We gotta get closer. We also gotta slow down because this ship handles like a pig, and so for the entertainment effect, I'm gonna shut up now.
Contact.
Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun.
Contact.
Give me the reticle.
Attack on shields. Contact. Target friendly. Shield failure. Contact. Contact. Shield failure. Contact.
It's been fun, boys. I wish I could throw out a break here to turn with the little G's.
Attack on shields.
It's been fun, but there's only one way to appropriately do this.
Shield failure.
Ah, we were so close to making it happen. Oh no, Latin, you're welcome to jump in. Uh, yeah, no, the MFD location is horrendous. Their bombing system also needs a lot of work. So, Latin asks if the Tobii eye tracker is worth it. Yes. So I've played a lot of Star Citizen with head tracking. I use Track IR because I'm a DCS guy and I've had Track IR for like 4 or 5. God, how many years has it been now? But I've got a handful of people on the Discord server. Splat would be a fantastic example that use Tobii and they love it. And head tracking really makes the game a lot better. But yeah. Totally worth it. That said, right. Eye tracking's a little different than head tracking, and it takes practice getting it to work exactly like you want. But once you know, just like head tracking with like Track IR, once you know, it works better. You can get it to do everything you want. Well, I'm bummed. Probably should have waited for backup before going on my bombing run there. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. But hey, it was fun, right? Yeah, I'm just going to press X because this is fantastic content. With that said... All right. How about now? Yeah, CIG. Hey Maverick, shoot me a message if it's better now. Hopefully, maybe. All right, I'm guessing it's better based on the yay here. Oh, God. Well, awesome. More troubleshooting to do. Hooray! So, as I was saying, Spiffman63, you've won yourself a Spartan. Hit me up on Discord. Link in the description. And James Nelson, also, reach out to me on Discord because you've won yourself something big and shiny. So, yeah. That's that. Obviously, this is going well. I can't press X. I'm pressing X. Can't leave the queue. But unfortunately, also, I have to end the stream shortly here because reasons. Family reasons. But like I said, the Myst Odyssey still out there. Our 20k sub giveaway. And you can lower that down. We've had a couple new members of the Legion whose names will be showing up next month. And beginning next week, you'll get the start of 2022. You'll get the names of December. Yeah, clearly they stole my mic. And just real quick, because we're going to play this again. If you missed it at the beginning, it's worth seeing now. Yeah, 2022 is going to be a good year. And PC's asking, how do you enter? Well, how do you enter is real simple. You've already done the first step by commenting on this live stream. But basically, comment on videos on the channel. One comment per video counts as an entry. You comment 5 times on the same video, it's still just 1 entry. And be subscribed. And that's how you win. But 20,000's a ways off. There is a way. For every 10 new members of Led's Legion, I'll drop it by 1,000. So, and for anyone who's wondering how that works, a lot of that has to do with paying for it more than anything else. I project things. I figure out there is a budget at the channel. I have to pay taxes and things. Where exactly that lines up. So there's calculations that go into how we put that ship on. That's why I don't give one away every month. But this is a fantastic end to the stream because I can't hit X and... yeah. Quality work, CIG. Hi, Mr. Kami. So, thanks...